Someone's making noise for me. Hold on. Hey everyone, it's your girl Landzy Gama and welcome back to the Hotspots. So in today's episode of Hotspots, we'll be reviewing DJ Zinhle's new reality show, The Unexpected. I am so excited. First of all, I stan DJ Zinhle. She's a hard-working, beautiful queen, and she's currently expecting, and then she drops a reality show which is unexpected. There's just lots of unexpectedness, if that's a word. I say it's unexpected because as someone who's followed DJ Zinhle for a while, she's very private. So to have her have a reality show was kind of like, oh. And then in the trailer at the end, she announces that she's pregnant. I was just like, girl, you're in your bag. And that is why I stan. Congratulations to her, by the way, on her pregnancy. I wish her all the best and I hope everything's going well with that. So her reality show launches on the 18th of September on BET channel 129. So I hope we'll all be tuned in. I definitely will be tuned in. But while we're waiting, you guys can watch me on this here channel. Since the show is called Unexpected, I thought the theme of this video should be unexpected. So I asked you guys on Instagram, what is the most unexpected thing you've ever experienced? And I will react to them and we will discuss. And if you need advice, I'll give you advice. If you don't need advice, I'll probably still give you advice. Before we get into it, do not forget to like this video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to DStv's YouTube channel so you can see me every other week serving you hot content on the hotspots. See what I did there, period. I feel like I should put on my glasses for this. It makes me feel like a serious person and I'm reacting to the seriousness of your lives. Fun fact, I have terrible eyesight, so this is also just an excuse to be able to see. Okay, so let's get into it. I haven't seen any of these, so this is going to be my first reaction. We're keeping it organic over here. Everyone will remain anonymous, I promise. I'm not the one to put your business out there. Your secret is safe with me. Someone said, my man sending me flowers and gifts to work. That's really sweet. That's a sweet, unexpected thing. Like, I can only wish. Let me manifest. Where's my candle? Here's my candle. I'm manifesting a man sending me unexpected flowers and gifts. Just saying. Someone said pregnancy. You know what? In most cases, I'd like to think pregnancy is probably the most unexpected thing women experience. So congratulations on your baby. I know it was unexpected, but a baby is a gift. Moving to a town I know nothing about. I completely relate. Short story time. So before I moved to Johannesburg, I used to stay in Durban. I've lived in Durban since I was in like grade 2. So I moved to Durban in grade 2 and I basically grew up there, primary and high school. So I'd like to think like I was developed as a Durban girl, if that makes sense. So I'm from Durban at its core, in my heart. That's where I grew up. That's where a lot of like learning things and going through like puberty, boys, all those things all happened in Durban. So in high school, my mom then moves back to Johannesburg for work reasons. And I was like, I'm not going there. I'm staying behind because I didn't want to change high schools. So this was about grade 8. I just started a new high school. I didn't want to start again. So she was like, okay, cool. You can stay behind and stay with your aunt. Now I had an aunt who was very cool, very lenient. So I could literally do whatever I wanted to do. So I used to be an A student, primary and grade 8 only. I used to be in the A class and I used to pass everything and I was doing very well. Great. Until grade 9 came. Grade 9 is when I officially settled in with my aunts and everything went left. That's when I started partying. I started going to clubs, started entertaining boys at a very, very young age. I shouldn't be doing that. If you are 15, please focus on high school. There will always be boys. There will always be parties. I don't know why I did it that early, but yeah, I did. We're here now. So as a result, obviously my marks went down. I went from like being in the top 3 classes to being like in the lower classes, which was humbling for me because I was like, what is this? But at the same time, because life was so fun, I kind of didn't care. Like being in the naughty class was fun, getting in trouble was kind of fun. Like it just became like a mess. I kind of became like rebellious, if I can say. So by the time grade 10 came, it was even worse because now I'm 16, and you know back then like 16 is like 25. So I'm 16, I'm a senior, I'm feeling like the girl. I was going out way more, entertaining way more boys, like doing more than I should have, and my marks were absolutely terrible. Like I'm even embarrassed to say. So obviously my mom saw my reports and she wasn't happy with it. Now let me tell you what my gorgeous mother did. So because she lived in Joburg, she told me, come and visit me in Joburg just for like a week or 2 before you start school again. So this is 2013. So I come to Joburg, I visit my mom, and throughout our visits, she's actually, like, I still can't believe she did this. In hindsight, I'm grateful, but at the time, I'm just like, what? So I'm like, Mom, I need to buy stationery. I'm gonna be a senior now. I need to buy a senior badge. You know, the girls are up and up. My mom does that. She buys stationery from my high school in Durban. She buys the uniform. She literally buys everything. And in my mind, I'm obviously just gonna like go back and start my life. I wake up one morning and my mom's like, hey, get dressed, we need to go somewhere. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we get dressed and we pull up to a school. So we pull up to a school and I'm thinking, what are we doing here? But like, I didn't think much of it really. We get inside and my mom's like, oh, we're here for an interview. And I'm like, whose interview is this? So cool, the receptionist is like, the principal's back at the office, let's go. We get into the office. I'm still like, what's going on? Like, what exactly is happening? Was I not ambushed? I sit down, my mom's like, I would like to enroll my daughter into your school. I said, hey, hold up, wait, pause, cut the cameras. I'm like, what are you talking about? And my mom's like, you've been going off the rails in Durban, and because I'm not there, no one's there to discipline you, so you are moving back here, and I knew if I had to tell you over the phone before you get here, you weren't gonna come and it was gonna be a big fight. So you're here and you're stuck and you're changing schools, you're moving to Joburg. I said, I was so sure my mom wanted me dead. Like I was like, no. Keep in mind, at that point, I'm popular. I have a man back home. I'm like, I'm not moving to Joburg. Worse, in Joburg, our home is Springs. So we're from the East Rand. There's like nothing happening in the East Rand. It's super slow. There's just no life really. So I was like, I'm not gonna go from my fun, popular girl life to Springs. Like no, I make it. Cool, my mom whips out my report. She shows the principal gasps. Because things are bad. And the principal's like, you might have to repeat grade 10. I was like, so when it rains it pours. Because what? No, I'm not repeating a grade. Like it's just not gonna happen. And as much as I did do badly, I hadn't failed. She was just worried that the change, and then I'm going into one of the hardest grades, which is grade 11, and it wouldn't have been a good idea, basically. So I didn't fail grade 10, but because my marks were so low, she was just like grade 11 is going to be extra tough for you and you're adjusting to a new school. So I was like, first of all, I'm not adjusting to a new school because I'm not moving here. Like I decided, cool, I storm out, I go to the car, I start crying, I call my uncle, I'm like, your sister is crazy, what is going on? And he was like, no, she's not, you're moving here. I was like, I call all my friends. I'm like, guys, there is no way. I call all my friends. I call my man. I'm like, I'm not coming back apparently, but like, that's just not happening. Of course, me being the dramatic person that I am, we get home. I wasn't eating. I was ignoring everyone. I was crying. Like, I was just a mess. But my mom was just not budging. She was just like, only thing mom is willing to do, she was like, to meet you halfway, I'll convince the principal that you go to grade 11 and you don't have to repeat grade 10 at least. I was like, even that, I don't want to do this at all. My mom was like, this is it, I'm sorry, you'll forgive me one day, which I'm so glad she put her foot down, but during that time, I hated her so much. Cool, she goes to the school and she's like, my daughter's not eating, she's crying. She basically explains the whole scenario. She's like, can you at least let her do grade 11? So my principal was like, we will give you a trial of doing grade 11 for the first term. And if you do well, you can continue with grade 11. If you don't do well, unfortunately, you have to go back to grade 10. I was like, oh, child, at this point, I don't even care. Like, I was just numb at that point. I don't know how to explain how that felt. As much as sometimes I'm like, my mom could have done it differently. She's right in the sense that I wouldn't have listened and I wasn't going to go to Joburg and it wasn't going to happen. So yeah, all that stationery that I bought for my high school in Durban, my mom gave it away to people that need it. And then we bought uniform and stuff for my new school. And I think school started a week after that. And that's when I got enrolled to Veritas College in Springs. And I am grateful to my mother for that decision till today. It is the best decision she ever made for me. It felt so wrong back then and I hated her throughout. I'd say for the first 6 months of grade 11, I couldn't stand my life. And then eventually I was just like, okay, I'm here now. I don't have a choice. And I'm just going to have to do what I do. And I started doing well at school again. I started being smart again because there was no partying in Springs. Like you literally couldn't do anything really. I made new friends. That's how I made my best friends, Lusanda and Vanessa. So I'm grateful for that, of course. I passed with 3 distinctions. So like it was worth it and at the end of the day. And then I got accepted to Wits. I moved to Joburg. This is how I started this whole career. So me moving to Joburg was the best unexpected thing to happen to me. So sometimes things may be unexpected, but they are meant to happen and you should allow them to happen. You won't know in the moment why it's happening, but eventually things will make sense. I believe everything happens for a reason. Every little thing happens for a reason. And so now when things happen, I never doubt it, mainly because of that experience, because it wasn't easy. It was not easy adjusting to a new school in grade 11 and a very quiet, small school where I come from, a big school where we're partying all the time and we're going out all the time. And, it was a big change, but I'm so grateful. So shout out to my mom one time. Okay, next. Someone said birth. I mean, quite literally. Someone said falling in love with my friend's boyfriend. That is very unexpected. So someone said getting engaged. Again, my manifestation candle for getting engaged. I so wish, I hope the manifestation gods are listening to me when I say I would like to relate to this unexpected moment. Congratulations to you on your engagement. I know that's right. Someone said finding a long-term and intentional partner on Tinder. Still shocked till this day. One of my mom's close friends actually met her husband on Tinder. So every time people tell these stories, I'm always like, it's unexpected, but it's also expected. Like a lot of people are meeting their partners on dating sites. I myself have tried Tinder, I've tried Bumble, and let's just say it did not work. It didn't work, but mainly because like people just thought I was a catfish. Like most people were just like, there's no way you're on this dating app. You're lying, it's not you. And I was just like, guys, it's me. Like, I'm just trying to find a husband. So yeah, my biggest hurdle, unfortunately, is that people just don't believe that I would go on a dating site. My crush acting as if I don't exist. Girl, just charge it to the game. Just charge it to the game. Having a crush is not a good idea, and I can tell you this with my chest. I have crushed on the same person for like 3 years now, and I see him all the time, and like I just have to make peace with the fact that like nothing's happening and nothing's gonna happen. So guys, just don't crush on people. For peace of mind, don't crush on people. Take it from me. How ghetto growing up is. Oh my gosh, what is this, child? Girl, because growing up is the biggest scam. Like, do you know paying bills at the end of the month? Do you know that task? That alone makes me hate adulting. The fact that you have to do everything yourself, like I have to book doctor's appointments by myself. My mom's not doing it. I have to buy groceries. I have to make sure everything in my life is up to date. Me. I feel you, girl. Adulting, I expected better than this, and this I do not recommend. Pregnancy. Dev's thinking of naming my baby after you, Angel. She just said she wants to name her baby after me. I'm gonna cry. I need to respond to her right now. That's so sweet. Your baby, if you name your child after me, I will come to the baby shower, I will buy you a gift, and I'm part of that child's life. That's just what has to happen. See, I just had an unexpected moment. That is so sweet. My heart is melting. My heart is melting. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Hotspot. Don't forget to watch DJ Zinhle's new reality show, The Unexpected, on BET channel 129. It premieres on the 18th of September. I hope we'll all be tuned in because I know I will. Perhaps we can review the first episode together on this channel, so don't forget to subscribe and of course switch on those notifications so you can get notified whenever I post. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. I'm Landzy Gama everywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, join the GamaGang. It is a vibe over there, and I'll catch you guys next time on the Hotspot.